People, there is plenty of food on the shelves at the store. The reason for the famine is because your parasites are scared that you're going to get rid of them. So they need you to panic and go buy a bunch of food that's bad for you, like potatoes and pasta. So, in this, also, like, these fear tactics are used by the government and the military to create male babies. Why? They need new soldiers. They don't always, like, if it makes a girl, it makes a girl like me who's coming out ready to beat some ass. Anyways, what people don't understand is all of these are created for a reason, and that's to keep you in a tailspin. They need you distracted so that they can do dumb things like build a ballroom while you're distracted. It's a sleight of hand. There's things they don't want you to see, which is why they need you distracted. Like every Great Depression that ever was, it never was. It was designed to create male babies for soldiers. It was also designed to squeeze people into a different frame of mind in order to control them. The days of Chrome in the 1930s and 40s and the days when the radio and the black and white TV first came out, people then entered into a different mental dimension because on the radio, they were able to make it sound like there was a war when there was no war. Different things like that people, like, they didn't know if it was true or not because they were hearing it over the radio, and what they were hearing was sound effects and theatrics. So now that there's a TV, now that we're watching this on their phone, or on our phone, there's more theatrics. Notice how the movies have taken a crap. The movies coming out are not that good. They're for idiots, and it makes me wonder if celebrities have fallen off reality cliff. Anyways, I live in the mountains where things get real quick. If you don't pre-plan for the winter, you can freeze. If you don't know how to get what you need, you can starve. If you rely on the government or other people, you could die up here. Why? Because other people don't always understand what it takes to survive. This is an area where police officers take driver's licenses because they know it's going to wreck your life. They know that you cannot go out and get a job without your driver's license. So what they do to people is they take that away so that they can make life more difficult on you. What they also do is they mess with the computer system on your car because all cars have computer chips nowadays. And so what they like to do is program a breakdown for you. Can they do that? Absolutely. It's ran by computer chips. Do you know your parasites? Everybody has parasites. Did you know that they're made of crystalline fibers? And when they drop nanotechnology, it's like adding an antenna to a remote control car. Somebody's able to drive you. Science is at a ridiculous level, and there's nobody policing it. Nobody. This cannot continue. Do you understand what CERN is? CERN. They're playing with God particles. Do you know what they did? In 2021 and 2022, they flipped the switch. And they caused quantum entanglement. It's real. Do you know that they have a spirit entity running the track And this spirit entity has to block the particles from colliding. Do you understand this? Like, this spirit entity is a being that once it gets off that track, it's gonna be so mad. So mad. So they keep it running, keep it imprisoned. Do you know that the AI at CERN is called Prometheus, which comes from mythology? What are the odds that it could be the same guy? Imagine what happens when he gets loose. Potentially, he's the one that created Adam and Eve. So he's the same guy that regrets making humanity. When that guy gets free, can you imagine the hell that's going to cut loose? Do you understand what scientists are doing? Do you understand that they are constantly creating shenanigans in reality? Introducing new products, introducing things that humans were never supposed to touch. We're supposed to be living free, simply in the forest, being little butterflies, enjoying nature, gathering our food, being kind to each other. Like, it's supposed to be a little bit of an episode of Smurf Village. However, they have altered the reality of things. And so what we exist in is a fake reality. It's a house of cards that's going to crumble. Do you understand why they've made all of our homes so fragile and disposable? Because one day, like what they did in Hawaii, they're gonna level the place and take over the land. Like, that's their plan. Do you understand this? Like, if people don't come out of the illusion that they're in, someone's going to hit the flush handle and we're all going down the drain together. So, like, I suggest people pull your head out of whatever sand it's in and take an honest look around. All of this was made to make you want to buy and spend. And basically pretend to be something you're not. What's also happening is, if you were in your mammal instincts, you would understand that nature's changing. And your body is actually changing with it. However, you're so caught up in the illusion of things that you don't actually know that that's what's happening. So you have the sniffles, you have different physical symptoms that's going on. And what is happening is nature is trying to prepare you for the changes ahead on the planet. Animals are in on that. Like, animals know what's happening, but humans don't, because we've checked out. Even dogs know what's happening. Dogs are preparing. Cats are preparing. Our animals think we're stupid because, like, we do a lot of dumb things as humans. And so in this, like, we're going to be left behind and nature's going to just start going a different direction, and we're not going to be prepared for that. Because we're checked out. We're checked into a human reality where things are false. It's a lie. It's a house of cards. And so what's going to happen is nature's going to change direction. Already has. Continents are going to get wiped off the map. Like, nature's taking charge because humans don't have the wherewithal to do that for themselves in the proper way. We're too busy being monkeys dressed up in monkey suits and ties, going to corporate offices that are constructed on lies. So, if you're not near nature, Get near nature. Start observing nature. If you're locked in your head, then you're exactly where the government wants you to be. Why? Because they're pulling shenanigans. They know what's ahead. They don't want us to know. The Vatican knows what's ahead. They don't want us to know. The Smithsonian knows what's ahead. They don't want us to know. Where'd they get this information? The Mayans, archaeological digs, different cultures actually had this information, but they forced everybody into Christianity and Roman Catholicism so that we were too dumb to know what was ahead. If you don't understand ancient writings, then you're actually not going to understand what's ahead. Because nature has a pattern. Humans have their own pattern, but nature has a pattern. And the pattern says the planet is doing a reset. Doesn't matter what humans are doing. If you want to survive, it's about what nature's doing. What is the planet doing? Because if the ground is going to split, you don't want to be where the ground is splitting. If the tide is coming in, you don't want to be where the tide is coming in. You want to be able to move to other places. Humans used to be nomadic for a reason, because they would follow their intuition, listen to nature, talk to the stars, and be where they needed to be at these times of catastrophes. Why? Because it kept them in tune with nature and with the higher power. And instead, we're plugging in electrical items and trying to be our own power, trying to buy power, trying to take power from other people. So in this, nature is going to correct it all, because humans, as our politicians have showed us, humans don't have the ability to change on their own. So nature has to take charge and enforce things. So pay attention to the weather patterns. Things are changing.